Hey guys, you know I like big things that do big work, and the Mississippi 4 is no exception. She was once the flagship of the Army Corps of Engineers up and down the Mississippi. Let's go take a peek at her. I think you guys will be just as impressed as I am. The Mississippi, which is the 4th generation carrying the name, is located here at the Jesse Brent Lower Mississippi River Museum here in Vicksburg. I'm going to give you a little quick view of the museum, and then we're going to go out and look at the Mississippi. The Jesse Brent Lower Mississippi River Museum is owned and operated by the Army Corps of Engineers, and it has a lot of cool displays about all of the things that go on with the Mississippi, living on it, commercial traffic on it. The museum houses a lot of great displays, all of the history along the river, everything at the Vicksburg, and about commercial traffic, living along the river, things that the Army Corps of Engineers are doing to help maintain the river and maintain the abilities of people to use it and navigate it. Pretty cool place. The Mississippi River Commission was created back in the late 1870s by an act of Congress to help formulate plans and keep their river in good shape, navigable, livable. A lot of great displays here. Look at that, huh? So it's pretty cool. It's super interactive. Everything you ever want to know about the Mississippi River, the lower river basin, past like the flooding, all the old flooding that used to go on. So pretty cool. It's a really great museum. But why we're here, there's a great history of the Army Corps of Engineers. But again, why we are here is this big boy right here. Look at that. Cannot wait to get on board that boat. Look at that. That's a big boat doing big work. All right, tonight the Mississippi 4, again the 4th in a line. There is actually 5. The 5th one, of course, is up and down the river now. But she was commissioned in 1961 and decommissioned in 1993. And she did the work for the Mississippi River Commission and the Army Corps of Engineers for many years, inspecting, working on the river, things of that nature. So look at this. This is such a cool, it's a time capsule. I can't wait to get in and show you guys this. And we'll go over some of the things that these boats are charged with doing. As we enter the first deck, we're going to take a peek at. As you guys can see, again, commissioned in 61, decommissioned in 93, and uses a floating office actually. The Mississippi River Commission and the Army Corps of Engineers use this boat to do a lot of work up and down the river, hauling supplies for Army Corps of Engineer projects, working on maintaining the banks of the rivers. But they would also use this as a meeting room for the Mississippi River Commission, and they would have meetings in here between the Army Corps and their commission and all, as they did their work over the last 30 years. So as you can see, this is a serious time capsule. It smells like 1961 in here. This was actually placed here in 2007 here at the museum. Museum was opened in 2012. Okay, you go here into one of the staterooms, I'll call it, and you can see just how nice and well preserved this space is. Look at that. And there's the deck we're on now, and we'll have to verify which deck it is. I believe this might be the B deck. Yes, this is the B deck. This is the main level. This is where all the officers would be, the dignitaries from the commission, as they did their work up and down the river. These boats are they're just floating massive. First, it reminds you of an old cruise ship, but it's not. It's just a working office. Sharon said it yesterday. Pretty amazing stuff. And I'll show you pictures. I'll put pictures in the video as well, so you guys can see some of the pictures of the way they used to use the boat. Let's see here. We got some commissioners from the Mississippi River Commission. Pretty cool. Some pictures of the boat while she's in service. You can see some of the officers there and the commissioners and stuff. I mean, it's just this is a living time capsule. Absolutely a living time capsule. This is the officers' mess. As you can see, they took really good care of them. The Army Corps of Engineers doesn't do anything small. I mean, this is a pretty nice area, right? Nice. So this boat did very important work. Again, keeping people safe along the river, maintaining navigable waterways, inspecting, trying to make sure we mitigate any potential flood issues, things of that nature. I believe this is probably the captain's quarters. We have a huge office space here for that person. It looks like they all kind of maps on it. Again, these are all original. All this stuff is original to the boat. It's pretty amazing. Then his sleeping accommodations, or hers, more than likely back then, of course, a man. No offense, ladies, I'm sorry. But of course, his private shower, then private access to the outside deck. So pretty cool. So let's go up and start heading towards the pilot house. Amazing. Before we head up there, that's her on the river there. I'm not sure where exactly that is. Can't really tell, but that's her. I don't know if you guys can see with those lights. I apologize for the lights. Here's the decks. We got the pilot house, the C deck, the B deck that we're on now, the A deck, and then of course the engine room. And we're going to go see all of those. But first, we're heading up to the pilot house. All right, we're up here on the C deck, and as we get further and further up, you can see a lot more cool. These staterooms again for the crew. I mean, talk about a time capsule. When this was moved here in 2007, it was quite the undertaking. I'm gonna find some pictures and show you guys. They put it on a big trailer, basically moved it through the city of Vicksburg. They barged it on the river, then got it close to Vicksburg, and then they put it on a trailer. You know, because the first thing I asked is, how the heck did they get this thing here? So it's absolutely pristine. Absolutely pristine. And again, a lot of the work it did, and the towboats they do now, is they work with, they're part of the Army Corps of Engineers, of course, and the Army Corps of Engineers, as we know, does a lot of waterway work in our country. And the Mississippi is one of their largest, probably, waterway projects, since it is one of the largest rivers and watersheds in the nation, in the world actually, sorry, in the world. Pretty cool. The most exciting part is down, oh, here we go. This is like a workspace. Check this out. Now this, if this does not bring us all back to the 80s, I don't know what will. Radio Shack TRS-80, had one of those, worked on one of those little typewriters, word processor. Pretty crazy. Captain's logs, ship's logs. These are all original documents. This is the ones they wrote in. Wow. Floppy disks. Such a cool. This in itself is a museum within a museum. Amazing. And they obviously had some ladies on board. Again, working with the commission. Looks like maybe a radio room. I'm not yet. Definitely a radio room. I had some of those back in the day. Pretty cool. All right. What else we got down here for you? Just a bunch of memorabilia that was on the boat. Some doctors, some medical stuff that looks like that. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's all like measuring equipment and everything for some of the work they were doing. I apologize. Pretty cool stuff. This is amazing. All right, let's head down to the, let's head up to the pilot house and I'll show you some of that area. Hope you guys are enjoying this, because this, Like I said, this sort of thing turns me on. If you guys like the videos, please comment, subscribe, like, share. You know the routine. We do really appreciate it. So this way to, oops, there we go, the pilot house. Wow, this is exciting. Exciting! Wow. Is this not cool? Is this not cool? This place is all business. Pretty cool. It's like they just stepped off the boat yesterday. It is absolutely as it should be. Look at the 360-degree view you have of the river while you're working from up here and navigating the river. Wow. Wow. It's your radars, sonar probably, I would imagine. These fans, they're like brand new. They're probably 50 years old, they're like brand new. Pretty amazing. All right, I think it's time we go head down to the engine room. Let's get to the working end of it. All right, gang, here we are. This is the engine room. It's got twin 8-cylinder German-made diesel engines. Pretty crazy. They put out about 1,860 horsepower each. There's 2 of them. Pretty amazing. I'll put in the video what brand engine this was. I looked it up, but I can't, to be honest with you, I can't remember. But these are amazing. Holy cow, and there's 2 of them. Come on over here. Looks like they can also control the engines and ship from down here if they have to, a second set of controls. This, my friends, is big equipment doing big work. The ship was nicknamed the Big Shaky because as she rolled down the river, there was a lot of vibration in the boat. Nothing unsafe, just a lot of vibration. So they named her the Big Shaky. Let's go in here where they can control everything, it looks like. Pretty crazy. So it looks like they can do a lot of what they can do up on the bridge in the pilot house, they can do from down here as well. Pretty crazy. Wow. And just think, just when you thought it was all of our electrical connections over here, they got huge generators on board. We'll go see those in just a moment. Nice, nice. Oh my God. Wouldn't it have been cool to work on this? There's the galley back there. So I guess we'll do the galley next, then we'll go downstairs. This is pretty much where they fed the regular crew, I'll tell you. Because the officer's galley was upstairs. But this place could feed some folks. I'm gonna verify it, but I wanna say there was about 130 folks on this boat. I'm not 100% sure on that. That could be off, but I will put that in a video just to be sure. I'll look it up. But look at this. This is crazy cool. This is, you know, we think of aircraft carriers today, right? 5,000 crew members, 1,000, you know, whatever, 1,500 foot long, whatever it might be. I mean, doing big work out in the oceans for us, right? Defending our country. But these guys, this boat, more crew, this boat, basically defending us domestically, and it's the ones before it. And again, this is a diesel. This is the first diesel. Their previous Mississippis were all steam powered, and I believe the first one was in the 1890s. Okay, again, the first diesel powered towboat that we had. So that's a big deal too. And then when they became diesel, this one, they became motor vessels. They start naming them motor vessels. Because like I said, the other ones were steam powered. Pretty crazy cool. Oh, here's just like a public restroom right there, but it's got everything. It's got everything. Maybe another officer got his own space or her own space. Wow, pretty. All right, let's head down one more deck, and I believe we're going to get to where if I remember, where the generators are. You got to know how much I'm in heaven right now. Pretty crazy. Our food storage, ice cream, an old Kelvinator. I'm telling you, this is a time capsule, absolute time capsule. Let's see which way we're going to go here. All right, let's go downstairs. All right, that's where all the magic happens, for all the infrastructure of the boat. And everything's just left exactly the way it was. I'm sure they picked it all up. They moved the boat here. And then they reset it. You know, HAZCOM programs, protocols for hazardous communications when hazmat's involved. I mean, we did a lot of that in the fire department back in the early 90s, mid 90s. Got a big 30-ton press with wire on board, and out on the river you gotta be able to do your own work, repair things. But guys, the smell in here is just like it was 1960. A little bit of grease, a little bit of dirt. All right, here's a great view of the Nordberg engines. And when I was up top, I incorrectly stated Germany. These were made in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They started out as a steam engine manufacturer, I believe. So this is pretty cool. So I apologize to the Nordberg company for that. But man, this is so cool. So absolutely cool. There's the other one over here on this side. Wow. Back here, I believe, yeah, generators back here, yep, for all of our power needs on the ship. Pretty amazing place. You know, the architecture, the naval architecture, everything it takes to, some air compressors there, what it takes to create this kind of vessel that can do this kind of work. The engineering just behind the boat, you know, not to mention what she actually did on the river. Amazing, right? All right, let's go back up. I'm going to take you for a little walk around the outside of this big girl, excuse me, and show you some of those, show you the props and all. And while we're walking, so the props, as we know, it's a twin screw, about 3,600 or so horsepower, almost 3,700 horsepower. But the props were controllable as far as their pitch, and she could get about 70%. Sorry about that. 70% of her power that she could go forward with, she could get it going backwards. And I'll show you all that setup here in just a moment. So let's go down there and check it out. All right, we're back outside. We're going to be heading down to the stern of the ship. It's just a beast, absolutely a beast. And if you come here to the museum, of course, all inside the museum, they have lots and lots of displays, but they also have the stuff out here that talks about the ship and some of its history. Then one down here, plaque down here, talks about the Mississippi River Commission, their building, when they were formed and everything, again, by an act of Congress in 1879. So they take care of the lower Mississippi river and its tributaries and all. And here we go, we talk about the Flagship. We're talking about, let's see, here they are. The original Mississippi, 1882 to 1921, 21 to 27, then 27 to 61. As you can see, they're steamers. And this one was the first diesel. And here's the brand new 93, and it's still in service. Okay. They call them inspection vessels, excuse me. And it's because, like I said, they use it to put down matting on the banks, concrete matting they use it. That's a big part of its job. And also they inspect the entire river, up and down the river constantly. I believe a couple times a year they're up and down the river inspecting the whole area. So you already get a sense of these props down here and the rudders and all. So let's go take a peek at that. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Look at this thing. We'll go up underneath there in just a minute. Holy cow. How big this thing is. Amazing. Holy cow. Nice. And you can see this. You can see how they can adjust the direction of the pitch of that blade. Looks like it sits there and it can move. Sweet. And maybe some of you boat aficionados can help me understand this. This, I would assume, this can be controlled. These doors, if you will, can be controlled from up top, and depending on what they're trying to do as far as direct the boat, reverse or forward or what have you, as far as how much water goes across those props. So I would assume that has to do with that. All controllable from the bridge. So you can tell they just kind of come to the screw, to the shaft when they're closed. All right, very cool. Oh my gosh, you're underneath this boat. Pretty amazing. Turn you around here. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I love it. I think this is very cool. Hope you guys did too. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe. We appreciate you guys looking at our stuff. If you want to see, I love doing stuff like this. If you want to see more, just let me know. I'll do a bunch more of this stuff. I can spend all day on things like this. So we thank you. Want you guys to have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.